It's quite windy out here, guys, so what I'm going to do is actually get it unloaded for a change and take it inside the yard behind the gates and try and get out the wind. We also plugged the mic in with the windshield and hopefully get a bit on it. But we're back to the yard. I've chucked a couple of jump packs on it to get it going where it's been sat so long. So let's get it unloaded. I just pulled it into the yard, chucked the charger on it, see if that battery will take a charge. If it doesn't, it's something that we're going to have to change straight away so that it's on the button and it can move around. So originally I sent the painter a picture of this, and it was the pictures I received when I was buying it, and I said to him it's probably a day's work down the side of the car, and he was like, yeah, that's fine then, Rob, we can squeeze that in for you. But now I've actually picked it up. I mean, I bought it over the phone and I've stood on to the car. The more I've seen on it, and I've actually just had a little walk around it, and I'll walk around it and show you guys all of the other damage and some more damage. And the painter said, Rob, you're looking at more like the middle to the end of May to get this car done. So in the meantime, I'm going to try and get a few of the other jobs done on it. So I'll briefly go around and show you the damage first. We got a crack in the bumper here, which I didn't see, and also down there in the bumper, and the grill's cracked as well. Over this side, we got the same. The bumper's cracked, so it's going to need a new one or need a repair. So this was the initial damage. I thought that is not bad. It looks quite bad because it's took the paint off, but it's not actually dented so much. It's just took the paint off, so I thought it'd be quite easy again with the door. Not really any major damage, but there is a little dink in it here, and then you've got that dent in the quarter panel there. So that's what I thought it was. But then after I walked around this car, the more I look round it, you can see the back bumper's going to need painting as well. And then you've got a scratch in the boot lid there. That may polish out. That's not actually that deep, that one. And then round this side, I mean, I never saw that in the picture, but that's actually gone back to the metal as well. So that quarter's going to need doing. The door looks okay, but it has got little dinks in it. If you're doing the rest of it, you may as well do this door. The roof, the wing, the bonnet, they all look fine. So really, I want to try and get a lot of the jobs done before I park it up and it goes round for paint. So what I'm probably going to do is fly over the breakers and actually pick up a wing mirror for it, go round, tidy it up, try and clean it up, and actually take it for an MOT, so that's another job done. So as soon as it comes back from the paint shop, it will be pretty much ready to go. So we're cracked straight on today and actually try and get it cleaned up a bit. Where it's been sat for quite a while, the wheels are covered in brake dust, and with a good clean it is going to brighten it up and everything looks better once it's all nice and clean. Let's crack straight on with it today, get involved and give it a nice clean. Seen on that car, guys, one wing mirror one side was actually primered, so they bought a primered cap for it, and the mirror the other side, I don't even know what we've done with it now, but it's actually destroyed. That is it, isn't it? Is that the broken? Yeah, that's the broken one that was on the driver's side. So as usual, good old Kent Auto Salvage, just been round there, bought a new mirror for it, £30, and Chris is going to be scotching this one off in a minute, and he's going to paint both of those black. So before we start the process of giving it a clean, we have removed that broken mirror. So I said to Chris, I'm not going to start washing it because all the water's going to run inside the door. So he has stripped the old one off. We're going to bolt just the mirror itself on while Chris paints the caps, and then we'll get that all put back together and I can give it a nice wash and try and get some of this brake dust off. I think where it's been sitting for a while, even the discs, they look like new, the discs, and the pads do as well, but they look really surface rusty. So a little run up and down the yard to clean them up, I think, but you can see the brake dust is even on the tyres. Right, let's get to it. Got that chucked on there now, guys, so that can no water can get in there. And Chris has just painted the caps over there. I sprayed a load of G101 on the wheels. I'll just do a little bit of a That's before we've even touched it. Just sprayed a little bit of G101 on there. I think that they're going to come up really nice. Quite a lot of people do always say, Rob, what is that G101? How do you use it? Me and Chris do, like on this, we put it on pretty much neat. A little bit of water in there. But when we're using it on interior panels or outside the car, we tend to go 50-50 and we dilute it with actual warm water because it works better. So as usual, I will put a link for the G101 down in the description. Let's get it all cleaned off. Surprisingly, it actually come up really nice and looks like a completely different car. We've just got to put both those mirror caps back on in a minute. They're just drying in the sun, and I'm actually going to take it for an MOT. It's run out, it needs one on it regardless, so we'll get that done. But right down this side, it does actually look nice, and the front as well, and also the back. It does highlight a few more marks now that we've washed it. We've got that door slightly open there. I think you would agree, guys. Little wash looks so much better. A lot of watermarks on the windows, but really has improved it. Going to give it a quick clean inside. No, I'll probably take it for an MOT now, actually, and then concentrate on the clean once we get back, because all the floor will be dry then where I'm leaning down. So let's take it over and get a nice fresh MOT on it. Just a little bit embarrassing there, guys. You know, normally we run round, we do a pre-MOT check, but it was all a bit rush, really. I rung up this morning, got this booked in for 12, and then washing it. I mean, you can see I've been gone for quite a while. It's all dried up now. I run it over for an MOT. It actually fouled on a headlight aim. There was no water in the washer jets, and a light bulb was out, which was a little bit embarrassing because we do normally check all round them. I did give the guy a drink while I was there, and he has filled up the washers, put a light bulb in it, so it has now passed, but it has got a failure sheet as well as a pass sheet. Both of those mirror caps come out all right. We've got both of those fitted back on there now, but a slight change of plan with this one, but we all like a change. Now, we did bid on another couple of cars down at Copart, and we won 2, but they've only let us have 1. And the one they've let us have is actually a 39,000 mile Fiesta. It's a little bit older than this, but there's only really one reason why I bought it. Going back to the archives a little bit, you guys that have been with us for quite a long time will remember where this stuff come from. A parts car that I bought. I actually won that down Copart for about $250. I was going to repair it, but it was way too bad down the side. So we decided to fix a load of cars with it. And we've had this bumper and that front panel sat round the back of the container there for, must be coming up close to a year. And the car is that colour and it's that model, like just a very basic model. So we won it worth the money. I'm going to go and pick that up. And what I'm going to do is enter this one, because it is a lot of work and we can't get it done, the paint work, for the next month or so. We're actually going to rent this one through Copart. I know a lot of you liked it when I did it with a motorhome and you enjoyed the process. So you've had this bit of the video, and now we're actually going to move on and run it down and drop it off. I will just show you that failure sheet. Let's turn that logbook upside down because it's got someone's name on it. So it's now passed, but the failure sheet was actually stop lamp not working near side, windscreen washer provides insufficient, and headlamp aim too low near side. So it's obviously now got a pass certificate. That is the plan. We're going to clean up the inside of it, maybe try and get rid of some of these marks. Quite a lot of that there will actually come out with a bit of thinners on a rag. So we'll give it a bit of a clean up and get this one dropped down Copart and follow the whole process. We didn't go crazy on it. A little clean up there, and I even found a can of silicone in the boot, which I've done all the tyres with, and they look kind of smart now as well. That tyre Chris pumped up this morning. We've just checked the pressure on it, and it's still exactly the same. So I think it had just gone flat where it had been sat for so long. But all in all, I was saying earlier about it highlighting some more marks. See all these marks in the doors? It's going to want quite a bit of paint, this car, guys. So it is a good idea for us to just let it go as it is. I did put a little bit of that silicone inside there and just give it all a wipe off after. And it just looks more presentable. That bit of carpet there wants putting back where it needs to be properly. Just a couple of little tiny loose ends left to do on it. But apart from that, the boot's locked. We're quite happy to let it go down there as it is. So I'm going to go and get this dropped off, and then we'll pick up once the auction is live. Just unloaded the car. You see my jump pack was a bit flat. I actually had to bump it backwards off of the truck. But as you can see over there, this guy, he's bought this white car. He's got probably 5 co-part members there trying to help him. He's bought it online, runs and drives. It's a hybrid car. They don't want to put a jump pack on it, which is fair enough, I think. And he's moaning, well, you need to take it back and give me a refund. I wanted to drive it home. He did just ask me if I'd recover it to London, but definitely not today. So now we've got to go and get the Fiesta and bring it over into this box here, where we're going to agree the damage on the car, and then it'll take all the images of it, and it's entered into the auction. Well, we're in profits. Good profits. I'm really, really happy with this price. This is incredible. I'm very, very chuffed, and I'm sure Chris is as well. I'm not with him at the moment, but we're quite happy with this. I can't wait to crunch the numbers at the end. It's exceeded way more than what I actually thought at first. Incredible. To 450. Are we going to get to 2,500? To 450. I'm happy with that. Let's crunch them numbers. So guys, that little car, I know you're all going to let me know in the comment section. So we'll start off with when I actually bought that car. You'll see the first bit of time lapse. I was running around with a phone trying to get the car started, getting the tyre pumped up on it, where it had been sat there for quite some time. Now, I was messing around on my phone. You would have seen I had my bank card. I was actually paying off the finance. I agreed a price on the car. Sorry, Chris, a little bit more. I was agreeing the price on the car. I agreed it before I left, and it was £1,000. And when I got there, he owed £695 with some finance company, I won't say the name of them, but I actually went online and paid it on my phone in front of him. So I had to give him £300 cash as well. So I actually got another £5 off. I give £9.95 for it. The fuel to go and get it in the truck, £40. The mirror round marks was £30 and the MOT was £40. Now the seller's fee down at Copart was £95, and that is £95 for any value. Like when I sold the motorhome, 8,100, they deduct £95 out of that. So it don't matter if you sell a car for 100,000 or 1,000, it's £95 across the board. And I think that's really fair. So we got a grand total of £1,200 in that car. That's what it owed us, including everything I just said. So paying for the car, the fuel, the mirror, the MOT and the seller's fees, which it sounds like a cheap car. And me and Chris was just sitting here chatting, and we actually believe we've probably earned the same money out of that car by putting it through Copart as what we'd have earned putting all that time and effort into it. And ultimately, we just didn't want it sitting around for 5 or 6 weeks in the background. That car sold for $2,450, which is brilliant. So we've got a pre-tax profit of £1,250 on that car. And like I said, it was, I mean, you guys are going to let me know.
I've bid on the wrong car.
You're joking.
Oh.
What car? Sorry guys, Chris is in the background bidding on some cars there.
Oh, that's lucky, we got outbid.
Really?
Yeah.
What did you bid on?
Kia Picanto.
Oh dear. He just walked off there and his face went white, and I looked at him and thought, oh dear. So yeah guys, sorry about that. You're going to let me know in the comment section down below. That was brilliant, £1,250, and I think we said earlier, me and Chris when we was chatting, we had half a day on it, and that was including, I went and picked it up one night after work. It was down in Whitstable, so I whipped down there, picked it up, bought it back, and we spent just that little bit of money on it. So it has turned around, it's gone, and we got a pre-tax profit of £1,295. Don't forget, if you do enjoy this video, please do give us a thumbs up. We really appreciate it, and it shows your appreciation. Let me know what you think of it in the comment section down below. And of course, let me know if you want to see us do little bits like this again. It's something a little bit different. I know everybody enjoyed it with a motorhome. So Chris said, Rob, let's go for it and do it again. And I'm glad we did. And I'm going to be smiling for the rest of the day with that lovely little profit. So we're going to leave it there today. Don't forget, please like, subscribe and share. And we'll see you Friday in the next one.